Why do boxers have that perfect balance of lean muscle and explosive power without ever looking bulky? It's not luck, and it's definitely not steroids. It's because their training rewires how the body builds muscle. In this video, we'll uncover the real science behind the boxer's physique, how they develop strength, speed, and definition all at once, using methods most gym routines completely miss. You'll see how training for movement instead of muscle transforms not just performance, but appearance too. And by the end, you'll have a complete workout plan to build that same athletic, fight-ready body without ever stepping into a ring. Boxers have a physique that seems almost paradoxical, lean and cut, yet incredibly powerful. Look at Canelo Alvarez and you'll see it clearly. Broad, sculpted shoulders, a tight, functional core, and limbs that can deliver explosive power at any moment. It's a body built not in pursuit of looks, but as a byproduct of training for combat. Ironically, this aesthetic, the very look most gym goers aim for, is rarely achieved through traditional weightlifting routines. That's because while most people train muscles in isolation, boxers train their entire body to function as one integrated system. This is the core difference between conventional bodybuilding and boxing conditioning. In the gym, it's common to split training by muscle groups: chest day, back day, arms day. But boxing flips that approach on its head. Every movement a boxer makes, from a jab to a cross, recruits multiple muscle groups in a precisely timed sequence. This is known as the kinetic chain, a powerful internal highway that transfers force from the ground up. A punch doesn't start in the shoulder. It begins with a push from the feet, flows through the legs, rotates through the hips, stabilizes in the core, and finally releases through the fist. That's why boxing develops the entire body in unison, creating proportionate, functional muscle across every region. This integrated style of training develops what exercise physiologists call intermuscular coordination, how well your muscles work together. Instead of building isolated strength, boxers build connected strength. Their core isn't shaped by crunches, but by constant rotation, stabilization, and force transfer. Their legs aren't just strong, they're explosive, built to pivot, lunge, and absorb impact. Even the upper body isn't bulked for show. It's trained to snap into action at full speed, again and again. And it's not just the exercises. They also train in patterns that promote balanced development. Boxing workouts follow a rhythm that mirrors the sport itself: 3-minute rounds of intense work with 1-minute rest. This structure ensures high work density without overtraining any single area, encouraging lean muscle growth and cardiovascular endurance simultaneously. That's why boxers look powerful without looking puffy. Every muscle is conditioned, not just inflated. The takeaway? You don't have to be a fighter to benefit from this approach, but if your goal is to build a body that looks as good as it performs, shifting your mindset from muscle isolation to movement integration could be the breakthrough. By training like a boxer, even in principle, you'll start to develop that same proportional, powerful physique that turns heads without trying to. Boxers like Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, and Vasily Lomachenko didn't craft their physiques in commercial gyms with machines and cables. Their legendary bodies were forged through explosive bodyweight training, movements designed to build power, speed, and endurance. The real secret? These exercises target type 2 fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that create real-world strength and a ripped, athletic appearance. These are the fibers responsible for quick, forceful contractions, activated during the exact type of high-velocity movements boxing demands. Unlike traditional weightlifting, which often isolates slow-twitch muscle fibers with heavy, repetitive sets, boxing and bodyweight training focus on generating maximum force in minimal time. This concept is known as rate of force development, RFD, your body's ability to activate powerful muscle fibers on command. According to research in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, high-velocity training recruits fast-twitch fibers, boosting both explosive power and lean muscle. And because boxing prioritizes this kind of movement, it naturally builds functional strength without the unnecessary unnecessary bulk. You don't need a ring or a heavy bag to tap into these benefits. You can train like a boxer using a structured body-weight-only program that progresses as you get stronger. This program follows a natural learning curve, from mastering foundational strength and control to developing explosive power to achieving high-level fight conditioning. It also mirrors boxing's pace, 3-minute rounds with short rest, mimicking the metabolic and muscular demands of a real fight. In the beginner phase, the goal is to build joint stability, foundational strength, and basic coordination. Start with incline push-ups to develop upper body pushing mechanics without overloading your joints. Combine this with bodyweight squats to activate your legs and teach proper form. Add in bicycle crunches to begin engaging your core with rotation, and reinforce posture and leg endurance with wall sits. End each round with a plank to build foundational core strength. Perform 2 rounds using a 2-minute work and 1-minute rest structure. This stage builds the motor patterns needed for later explosive movement. Once you've built a base, the next step is to train the explosive power and rotational control boxers are known for. This phase introduces clap push-ups, which activate the stretch shortening cycle, your muscle's ability to contract rapidly after being stretched, just like in a punch. Pair this with jump squats to train explosive leg drive. Add Russian twists to reinforce the trunk rotation that powers hooks and uppercuts, and bring in burpees to elevate heart rate while challenging total body coordination. Finish with side planks to strengthen lateral core stability. Perform 3 rounds, each lasting 3 minutes, with 1-minute rests. This phase bridges the gap between strength and athleticism. In the advanced phase, the goal is to simulate the demands of a real match: intensity, fatigue, and full body coordination. Start with rotational push-ups to mimic punching motion while challenging core engagement. Add split jumps to build reactive power in the lower body. Mountain climbers challenge both your core and conditioning, while hollow body holds reinforced core tension and shoulder positioning. To increase resistance, add banded push-ups or perform lateral X-band shuffles to mimic boxer footwork under tension. Perform 4 rounds, 3 minutes each, with only 30 seconds of rest. This is where your performance and physique start to resemble that of a fighter: explosive, shredded, and precise. This program doesn't just build muscle, it trains your body to move like an elite fighter. Mike Tyson used high-rep push-ups, sit-ups, and dips daily to build his iconic frame. Manny Pacquiao incorporates core-heavy circuits, explosive cardio drills, and footwork patterns to stay quick and lean. Lomachenko uses isometric holds and low-rest circuits to simulate fight fatigue and develop ironclad coordination. You're not just working muscles, you're training systems, coordination, force transfer, timing. That's why this routine works whether you're a complete beginner or someone looking to break out of the weightlifting mold. By following this progression, your body adapts the way a boxer's does: built to fight, built to move, built to perform. Individual exercises are powerful, but the true transformation happens when those movements are structured with purpose. Just like a professional fighter's camp, elite boxers such as Terrence "Bud" Crawford, known for his endurance and knockout precision, train with intense intent, balancing power, conditioning, and recovery. Their physiques aren't the result of random workouts. They're built by training systems rooted in performance and sustainability. That's what makes this program so effective. It's modeled directly after how fighters build their bodies to win. Many training programs force you into a false choice: build muscle or build endurance. Boxers choose both. Their secret lies in how they train across multiple systems. This 3-day split mirrors that exact philosophy: explosive power, conditioning, and road work and recovery, all structured in fight-paced intervals: 3-minute rounds, 1-minute rest. And now, let's talk about the most overlooked but crucial component: road work. Day 1 focuses on explosive power and speed, where you will target fast-twitch fibers to develop fight-ending force. The goal is to teach your body to deliver rapid, coordinated bursts of strength through full-body movements. Beginners can start with incline push-ups, squats, and basic core work like Russian twists. Intermediate athletes transition to clap push-ups, jump squats, and bicycle crunches, demanding more coordination coordination and explosive output. Advanced fighters step into rotational push-ups, split jumps, and banded core work, training the entire kinetic chain to fire like a spring. These movements mirror the force and coordination needed to throw devastating combinations with minimal wind-up and maximum impact. Day 2 combines high-intensity conditioning circuits with classic road work, the staple of every great fighter's camp. Road work isn't just a jog, it's a fighter's ritual. It conditions the lungs, builds mental resilience, and sets the pace for ring dominance. Fighters like Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence Jr. start their days with early morning runs to sharpen their endurance and build the mental grit needed to push past exhaustion. In this program, road work becomes a hybrid tool, starting with traditional steady-state jogging for beginners, 2 to 3 miles at conversational pace, moving into interval sprints for intermediates, 6 times 100-meter sprints with walk-back recovery, and culminating in tempo runs and hill sprints for advanced athletes, 20-minute tempo run or 10 times hill sprints. After the run, you'll flow directly into metabolic bodyweight circuits, mountain climbers, burpees, banded lateral shuffles, and jump rope intervals. The combination mimics the non-stop pace of a boxing match while building cardiovascular capacity and fat-burning efficiency. Day 3 is dedicated to recovery, mobility, and structural reset. Think of this as your performance insurance policy. Fighters understand that without recovery, there's no growth, just fatigue. This day focuses on unlocking tight areas, reinforcing movement quality, and building isometric endurance. Beginners perform basic flows, shoulder circles, deep squat holds, and forward folds. Intermediate movers upgrade to dynamic lunges, cat-cow stretches, and hip mobility drills. Advanced athletes tackle deep Cossack squats, controlled spine and thoracic rotations, and long-hold core stabilizations like hollow body holds and band-resisted bird dogs. Recovery isn't a break, it's the foundation for your next PR. And just like in the ring, how you recover determines how hard you can push tomorrow. This 3-day boxer blueprint now includes all the elements that shape a real fighter: fast-twitch muscle development, elite conditioning, total body mobility, and now the endurance and mindset sharpened through road work. Each element is layered to complement the others, building a body that performs as hard as it looks. Progression comes not from weight, but from precision, complexity, and grit. Support all of this with a dialed-in fighter's nutrition strategy: lean protein to repair, carbs to fuel performance, and hydration to maintain intensity. You don't need to train like a bodybuilder to look incredible. You just need to move, recover, and fuel like a fighter. Whether you're training in your living room or out on the road at dawn, this is how boxers build world-class bodies that are always ready to go the distance. When you watch fighters at their peak, you're seeing the ultimate example of form-following function. Their bodies aren't built just to look good, they're built to move, endure, and dominate. Boxing naturally develops a physique that's powerful, athletic, and balanced because the movements engage multiple muscle systems at once, not by targeting aesthetics directly, but by optimizing real-world performance. That's the hidden secret behind the fighter's look. Now, imagine stepping into your own training ring, building explosive power, real endurance, and unstoppable confidence. With just 3 focused sessions a week, you can start transforming your body through fighter discipline. True transformation doesn't come from chasing vanity. It comes from training with purpose, mastering functional patterns, and committing to a system designed to make you stronger from the inside out. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. It helps more than you know. Subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into functional training methods, and comment below to let us know which part of the boxer's blueprint you're excited to add to your routine. And if you have a friend who's ready to step away from isolated workouts and start training like a real fighter, share this video with them. Your transformation begins the moment you stop training for looks and start training for greatness.